An amateur prospector is laughing all the way to the bank after unearthing a gold nugget worth close to $250,000.
No way. It's all gold. It's pretty much all gold.
Call it a twist of fate or pure luck, but these people stumbled upon tons of gold on a random day. From backyards to riverbeds, and sometimes buried deep in the ground.
Oh my gosh!
Here are the unbelievable gold discoveries that got everyone talking.
I just found some earring-sized pieces right here. These are some, what I call a nugget right here.
A local had spent years digging, searching, and hoping for a big find. One day, in the Australian bush, his metal detector picked up a strong signal. At first, he thought it was just junk. Bits of charcoal in the hole made him doubt even more, but the sound only got stronger. He kept digging, pushing past exhaustion. Then, finally, he pulled out something heavy. He was pretty nervous about what would come up, but as he wiped away the dirt, a massive gold nugget glowed in the sunlight. After thousands of kilometers and endless hours, he had found what most only dream of, a true once-in-a-lifetime treasure.
Absolutely ridiculously awesome.
Unexpected find.
An amateur prospector is laughing all the way to the bank after unearthing a gold nugget worth close to $250,000. He was using a budget metal detector when he made the discovery near Ballarat.
Many search Victoria's goldfields with little luck, but one local gave his budget metal detector another shot. Walking through the famous Golden Triangle, he listened carefully for any signal. Then his detector let out a sharp beep. Expecting an old coin or scrap metal, he started digging. What he found left him stunned. Unsure of its value, he took it to a gold trader, who was shocked as he revealed it could be more than $240,000. And the real shock? This was only half of what he had uncovered. Gold is still out there, waiting.
And as soon as it hit my hand, I looked at him and I said, try $100,000.
Golden discovery. Rocks don't shine, right? But this one did. While hiking in the woods, a hiker spotted something shining between the stream rocks. Curiosity pulled him closer, and what he saw was a rock. But it wasn't just any rock, it was gold. A giant chunk of it was resting right there in the water. Excited, he pulled it out, but a thought struck him. If there was one, could there be more? He started digging in the sand, and luck was on his side. A smaller piece surfaced just as golden. Word spread fast, and soon more people rushed to that spot, hoping to find gold for themselves. Buried fortune.
How heavy did you say this was?
Just under 50.
While working near the mountains in British Columbia, a construction worker spotted something in the dirt. He reached down, brushed off the soil, and felt a heavy weight in his hand. Nearly 15 ounces of pure gold. It was small, but much heavier than it looked. People had searched those mountains for years, believing treasure was buried deep inside, but it was never discovered. As he stared at the gold, one thought stuck in his mind. If there was more, he might never have to work again.
It feels so heavy because it's so small yet weighs so much.
Stream mystery. A gold miner wandered through the woods, hoping for a lucky find. But luck was already waiting for him. Near a tree bark in a small stream, the water looked strangely yellow as if it was glowing. Curiosity took over him, and he started searching. After digging through the stream bed, he pulled out a small portion of gold. But gold doesn't just appear in the water. It comes from somewhere. That's when he got the idea. The stream had to be carrying it from somewhere deeper. Maybe a hidden cave, untouched and filled with gold, waiting in the woods. River treasure. A gold seeker was near a river when an unusual thing caught his eye. The riverbank was glowing with a golden color. Since he was searching for gold, he rushed closer. Scooping up a handful, he washed it in the water, and his guts were saying it was real, and it turned out to be real as well. But gold doesn't just appear out of nowhere. Later, the townspeople told him of an old tale, a treasure buried by a king near the river long ago. If small pieces had surfaced, then more had to be hidden beneath the riverbed, and who knows how much was there, hidden under the river, waiting to be found. Hidden nuggets. This sounds like an adventure straight out of a treasure hunter's dream. A prospector had spent years gold sniping, pulling nuggets from deep cracks in the riverbed. But one thing had gone unnoticed. The gold rests just beneath the waterline along the riverbank. Too shallow for diving, yet too promising to ignore. He set up camp along the river's lower reaches. With his metal detectors in hand, he began scanning the riverbanks, hoping to uncover what others had missed. Gold doesn't just disappear. It waits, hidden in the earth, waiting for the right person to claim it. And this time, he was ready. Hidden fortune. A homeowner was cleaning his garden when he noticed a hole in the ground. Planning to fill it, he grabbed a shovel, but then something buried caught his eye. Curious, he started digging, not knowing what he was about to uncover. As he cleared the dirt, he didn't find just one, but several solid chunks. The shocking part? They all had a golden color. He had a feeling about what they might be, but he needed to be sure. One by one, he pulled them out, washed them, and confirmed his suspicion that they were gold nuggets. The house he bought not only gave him a home, but also paid him back. Far more than what he had spent. Magnetic gold. A local was wandering through the mountains when he came across a sight straight out of a dream. As he crossed a stream, the ground ahead shone like sunlight reflecting off metal. He moved closer and saw what left him speechless. Chunks of gold scattered across the rocks and mud. Excitement filled him, but something felt strange. Unlike buried treasure, this gold lay untouched on the surface. He tested it with a magnet, and to his surprise, the chunks were pulled in. He knew pure gold doesn't react to magnets. This meant the gold had iron mixed in. It wasn't pure, but still, for him, it was the greatest discovery of his life. Canal riches. While crossing the woods, a gold miner noticed water flowing from a small canal in the ground. His experience told him this could be something big. Without hesitation, he pushed aside branches, letting more water flow out. Acting fast, he scooped dirt from the canal's depths and washed it carefully. His instincts were right. Gold shone in his hands. But this was just the beginning. If gold was in the water, it had to be coming from somewhere. Maybe a mountain upstream held even more. The thought of an untouched source filled his mind. He had to find that mountain. It could hold more gold than he had ever imagined. Forest gold. An explorer was deep in the woods when he stumbled upon a river. Obsessed with stones, he knew rivers often carried unique ones. Without hesitation, he got to work, sifting through dirt and separating stones. Hours passed, but he found nothing special. Just as he was about to stop, fate had other plans. While washing a handful of dirt, something in yellow caught his eye. It wasn't a stone, it was gold. His excitement grew as he realized there could be more. From that moment, his obsession changed. He no longer searched for ordinary stones. Now his mind was set on one thing: finding more gold. First find.
Oh my gosh, I think I found a little bit of gold. Check this out. Look it.
A group walked into the wild, hoping to find gold. They reached a river, the water rushing fast, and the moment they saw it, their hope got much higher. Without wasting time, they got to work, washing dirt, shaking the pan, and searching for even the smallest piece of gold. At first, nothing, just mud and tiny rocks. But then, something shiny appeared at the bottom. Gold. Small, but real. Their excitement grew, because if gold was in the river, that meant more was hidden somewhere upstream.
There's a glacier up there that's melting and grinding away those pieces of gold, and then they make their way down here.
Ancient treasure. Archaeologists were working inside an old cave when they stumbled upon a buried chest. Just by looking at it, they could tell it was ancient, maybe even hundreds of years old. Who knew how long it had been hidden? They quickly grabbed their tools and got to work. After some effort, the chest finally creaked open. What they saw inside felt like a scene straight out of a movie. Chains, necklaces, and more, all made of pure gold. Not revealing the location, they obviously kept it for themselves. Golden breakthrough. Two friends set out to explore the forests of Victoria, Australia, with their Minelab GPX 5000 and Nugget Finder 19 evolution coil. They weren't just wandering, they were on a mission to find gold. For hours, their detector beeped over small traces of metal, but nothing exciting. Then, a stronger signal caught their attention. Digging carefully, they unearthed a heavy chunk of dirt. Brushing it off, they couldn't believe their eyes. It wasn't just any rock. It was a 19-ounce gold nugget. And just like that, the friends became rich.
Enough to smile at that.
That's a fucking nugget.
Hidden treasure. An adventurer set off into the woods with his metal detector, hoping for a lucky find. He scanned the ground for hours, but nothing valuable turned up. Just as he was ready to leave, the detector beeped loudly near a patch of dirt. Expecting junk, he started digging, but as he pulled out a solid yellow chunk, he had a feeling it might be gold. And he was right. It was real gold. He never thought he'd find any, yet here it was, resting in his hands. The discovery changed everything. Gold in backyard.
Today, we learned that a family near San Francisco struck it rich in their own backyard. They stumbled across an old can.
In 2013, a California couple made one of the most astonishing gold discoveries in modern history. While walking their dog on their property in Sierra Nevada, they noticed a rusted can sticking out of the ground. Curiosity led them to dig it up, only to find several more cans buried nearby. Inside were 1,427 rare gold coins, dating from 1847 to 1894. The collection, later named the Saddle Ridge Hoard, was valued at around $10 million due to its rarity and mint condition. Experts believe the coins may have been buried during the gold rush era, though their origins remain a mystery. The couple wisely chose to remain anonymous, avoiding any unwanted attention after their life-changing discovery.
Some of them are so rare they could be worth $1 million apiece. The couple wants to remain anonymous, plans to sell the coins online.
Inside a piano? In 2015, a piano tuner in Shropshire, England, made a shocking discovery while repairing an old instrument donated to a local school. Hidden inside the piano were 913 gold sovereign and half-sovereign coins dating from 1847 to 1915. The treasure had been carefully wrapped and stashed away, likely forgotten for decades. Experts believe the gold was hidden during World War I or World War II, but the original owner was never identified. The hoard was officially declared treasure, making it one of the largest finds of its kind in the UK. While the school and the piano tuner received a reward, the mystery of who hid the gold remains unsolved to this day. River mystery. Two friends were spending time near a river when one of them noticed a strange-looking stone among the riverbank rocks. It looked different, almost like it didn't belong there. Curious, he started digging, hoping to find something valuable. As he cleared the dirt, his excitement grew. What he had uncovered wasn't just any rock. It was massive, with an orangish glow. And the best part? It was gold. A piece this big was unheard of. He didn't care how it got there. All he knew was that his luck had just changed in the best way possible. Golden rumor. A YouTuber known for exploring hidden mining spots decided to dig in a remote area near the river. He had heard rumors about gold being found there, but most people believed the place had been picked clean. With his camera rolling, he scanned the ground with his metal detector, hoping for a lucky hit. Hours passed with nothing but rocks and dirt. Just as he was about to call it a day, his detector beeped loudly. Digging carefully, he uncovered a few small flakes of gold shining in the sunlight. It wasn't much, but it proved the area still had gold waiting to be found.
And nice and close to show you the detail of those flakes.
Final surprise.
Oh my god, first day back in New Zealand. Look at that. Holy.
The last adventure of the year 2024 was about to take an unexpected turn for one traveler. He flew to New Zealand, determined to end 2024 with a gold discovery. After meeting friends, they wasted no time and headed straight to a river known for its past gold finds. The cold water didn't stop them as they searched, eyes scanning every crack and gap. Not long after, a small nugget was spotted. Exciting, but nothing compared to what came next. Moving upstream, they found a large, chunky nugget resting in a rock's crack. Carefully picking it up, their excitement grew. By the end of the day, more nuggets had been collected. The journey was just beginning. There was still more gold waiting to be uncovered.
That's probably about 7 grams. 6 or 7 grams. I'm usually wrong, but wow.
River secrets. An explorer spent the whole day searching the riverbed, hoping to find even a small piece of gold. Hours passed, with nothing but cold water and heavy rocks. But just as he reached deep into the stone, a flash of yellow caught his eye. That was only the start. Moving upstream, where the current was stronger, he spotted something bigger. One by one, shiny nuggets appeared, some small, others larger than he had ever expected. By the end of the day, his total find was unbelievable, one of his best gold hunts yet. The river had kept its secret for years, but today it finally revealed its treasure.
Here is the gold. Look at all that shiny candy. Nice little pile there.
Dusty riches. While many explorers leave empty-handed, a local adventurer refused to give up. Traveling through the rough lands of Mato Grosso, he stopped at a friend's property, an area whispered to hold hidden riches. With his metal detector in hand, he carefully scanned the ground, hoping for a sign. At first, it was just old iron, nothing special, but with the metal detector continuously beeping on the mud in his hands. He continued the efforts, and 2 minutes later, he had a tiny, yet a gold nugget in his hands. Still covered in dust, its true beauty was yet to be revealed. He held it up to the camera. In these lands, fortune still waits beneath the surface. Forest glimmer.
Alright, so we're in Redwood forests. You can see the giant trees behind me.
In the middle of the redwood forest, secrets are waiting to be uncovered if you know where to look. A prospector quietly scanned the ground with his pan and tools, gently pulling away some moss from the rocks. He wondered if anything might be hidden underneath. When he washed the dirt away, tiny flakes of gold sparkled in the sunlight. Excited, he continued to search, revealing more small pieces with each pan. Though he was running out of time, he decided to do one last pan, and that one also contained more gold. Hidden in the forest's corners, the redwood forest had shared its secret, leaving the prospector thrilled with his discovery.
Got 2 little specks right there. That's pretty cool.
Dream revived.
11 to 14 ounces, I reckon. That's a ripper.
While working in the bush, 2 gold hunters struggled to keep their dream alive. Their mining permit had been delayed, and mounting debts were weighing on them. Things were getting desperate until today. As one of them scraped the ground, a massive gold nugget suddenly appeared. It was the largest find they had made in weeks. Encouraged, they kept searching, and soon more pieces began to surface, one after another. Gold flowed from the earth, turning their small patch into a jackpot. By the end of the day, they had gathered 43 ounces of gold, worth nearly $100,000. It wasn't enough to meet all their goals, but it sparked their hope again and determination to keep going.
That actually comes to 43 ounces, just on the dot, 43.01.
River secrets.
Look at that. Still finding chunky bits. Definitely not as much as we were finding yesterday.
A prospector returned to a riverbed he had worked before, hoping to uncover more gold. He spent hours shifting sand and breaking small pieces of rock, but luck wasn't on his side. Only tiny flakes appeared. Nothing close to the big nuggets he had found earlier. He didn't give up and walked to a place where he had found good gold before. He slowly broke pieces off the bedrock. Just when he was starting to feel upset, he saw a shiny flash. 2 large pieces of gold sitting right on the rock. His patience had paid off. The river had tested him, but he knew more treasure was still waiting to be found. Golden persistence. Inspired by old gold mining stories, some friends decided to try their luck. They found a nearby stream and began searching, carefully sifting through the dirt. At first, it seemed impossible, nothing but rocks and mud. But they didn't give up. They kept at it, patiently working through the cold water. Then, after hours of effort, they spotted something. A few small gold flakes shined in the sunlight. It wasn't much, but it proved that gold was there. Finding it was tough, but their determination paid off. In the end, gold mining isn't as easy as it sounds. If it were, everyone would be doing it. It takes patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck. Creek mystery. People thought it was just a normal creek in California, but a prospector knew better. He had been searching for valuables for years, and this spot caught his attention. The bedrock, the way the water moved, everything pointed to a hidden pay streak.
This is working to deviate the entire creek off to the left-hand side here.
He tested a pan, just to be sure. As he washed away the lighter rock, tiny gold specks started appearing. Then, a bigger flake. It was more than luck. This place was rich. He looked for signs like roots, big rocks, and layers of clay, all signs of gold trapping beneath the surface. The deeper he dug, the more gold he found. This wasn't just a lucky spot. It was a gold deposit waiting to be uncovered.
We've got some really nice coarse pieces of tin and ironstone, and then a mixture of sizes of gemstones and black sand. That's what I was talking about. So we're going to swoosh it back, and there is our gold.
Yukon surprise.
I've been doing this for 15 years, dumping dirt here. So some of it's new, some of it's old. Sometimes there's gold in it, and sometimes there's not.
In the Yukon, a prospector knew better. He had been doing this for years, dumping dirt from old mining spots. Some days, there was gold. Some days, there wasn't. A visitor decided to try his luck. He grabbed a pan, shook it gently, and picked out the big rocks. The trick was to wash the water over the dirt carefully. Then, a tiny gold flake appeared. It didn't move. That's how you knew it was real. Others weren't as lucky, but that's how gold panning worked. Some walked away with nothing. Others struck gold.
What yeah, look at that, yeah.
River discovery. Most people search for rare stones near beaches, but this newbie had a different idea. He headed to a river deep in the woods, hoping his choice would pay off. In the beginning, nothing stood out, just rocks and dirt. But near the riverbank, the soil felt different. As he washed it, his gut told him something was there. He kept going, not giving up. And after all that effort, tiny gold flakes appeared in his pan and made him one of the most fortunate people in the village. Shining rocks. You might have heard about luck, but this was much more. A local was passing by the river, minding his way, when something caught his eye. The rocks looked different. Unlike the others, they had a strange yellow color. Curious, he stepped closer. He had an idea of what it could be, but he didn't want to say it out loud. Instead, he picked some and washed them. The color didn't fade. It only shined brighter. These weren't just ordinary rocks. They were pure gold, scattered along the riverbank in large amounts, just sitting there waiting to be found. Unexpected find. A hiker was making his way through a forest when he stopped by a river to drink some water. As he knelt down, something caught his eye. The dirt on one side of the river looked unusually bright. Dirt wasn't supposed to shine like that. Curious, he scooped up a handful and started washing it in the water. As the mud washed away, tiny rocks appeared. They weren't rocks. They were real gold flakes. He was shocked that what started as a simple stop for water turned into an unbelievable discovery. Even though the flakes were small, they were worth a fortune. Forgotten River. A local had always heard stories about a hidden river in the forests of Congo. Some believed it held something valuable, while others spoke of long-lost Dutch mines. One day, he decided to see for himself. Reaching the river, he didn't rush. He studied the flow, the rocks, and the dirt, and after trying to wash and check so much dirt, he finally saw something shiny. He looked closer and kept cleaning the dirt carefully. Slowly, little pieces of gold began to show. And from that day, he believed that the stories weren't just myths. The river had been hiding treasure all along. Buried treasure. While exploring the woods with his metal detector, an explorer hoped to find something old. The beeping sound had led him to nothing but junk so far, but he didn't give up. He knew if he kept searching, he would find something. Then, the detector beeped again. Digging into the dirt, he uncovered an old earthen pot. Strange. Why would it set off the detector? There had to be metal inside. Carefully opening it, he was shocked. Gold coins and jewelry filled the pot. He had arrived with nothing, but he wasn't leaving empty-handed. Hidden fortune. A gold prospector set out into the Australian outback, carrying only a metal detector and a few mining tools. Although it was hard, he kept searching, step by step. After hours of digging through dirt and rocks, his detector gave a strong signal. He dug carefully and pulled out a large gold nugget, its weight heavy in his hand. Excited by the find, he kept going. Not far from that spot, he found another nugget, and then another, each one hidden in different places, and their weights confirmed their values. Ancient discovery. An archaeologist was in his research when he spotted a massive, strange-looking rock, but he didn't stop at the rock. Something about it felt important. He knew he had to dig deeper. With careful strikes, he smashed the rock apart, revealing a hidden layer beneath. As he cleared the dirt, another unusual stone appeared, but this one was covered in strange markings. Excitement grew as he dug further, uncovering a small, ancient box. It looked just like the treasure chests from old legends. Opening it, he found cryptic artifacts inside, old coins and relics, likely worth a fortune. This was more than just history. It was a treasure. Creek secrets.
And there's a rumor that there's actually gold in the creeks here, so we're gonna do some gold panning. I'm gonna show you guys where I'm about to dig, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Wish me luck. I don't know if there's gold here for sure, but we're gonna find out in a minute.
A YouTuber in Pennsylvania had heard the rumors of hidden gold in the creeks of Wyoming County. With his camera rolling, he set out to test the legend. He chose a promising spot, a bend in the creek with large rocks that could have trapped gold over time. He scooped up dirt and carefully panned it. In the start, there was nothing inside. Then, under the murky water, tiny flecks of gold appeared.
Right there, little bits of gold.
He became excited and kept digging, hoping for more. But after hours of work, that was all he found. Still, he smiled. At least he didn't walk away empty-handed. Even a few tiny specks proved the legend had some truth to it. And just maybe, there was more waiting to be found.
If you're just curious about gold in northeastern Pennsylvania, well, we just proved it.
Buried riches. A group of miners had been digging for weeks in Western Australia. They knew the land held treasures, but nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to find. At first, it seemed like an ordinary day, just dirt, rocks, and endless digging. But then, one of them struck something different. The The weight felt off. The texture wasn't right. Carefully, they broke the rock open. Inside, shining through the dust, were massive patches of gold. It wasn't just a small discovery. This was history in the making. Over 9,000 ounces of pure gold, worth millions. Diamond surprise.
Find of a lifetime for a 12-year-old boy. He was on vacation with his family in Arkansas when, he discovered a true diamond in the rough.
A 12-year-old boy was on vacation with his family in Arkansas when he decided to explore a well-known park, the Crater of Diamonds. Visitors often found tiny diamonds there, but he wasn't expecting much. After just a few minutes of looking around, he spotted a smooth, glassy rock sitting right on the surface. It looked different from everything else.
Probably there around 10 minutes, and I was just looking around on the ground, and I found it on top. It was very glassy, very smooth. Didn't look like anything else around it.
At first, his parents didn't think much of it, but when he took it to the park's identification center, the staff's reaction said it all. It wasn't just a diamond, it was one of the biggest ever found there. Weighing over 5 carats, experts estimated its value at around $155,000.
It was actually a rainy morning and we were thinking of not even going, but it's just amazing how much attention a 5-carat diamond brings.
Golden revival.
I just found some earring-sized pieces right here. These are some, what I call a nugget right here.
California was experiencing another gold rush, just like the one in 1849. Heavy rains and record snowfall had loosened gold from the hills, sending it downstream. A prospector had already found gold. Holding up his finds, he showed off small nuggets, some the size of earrings. Others were eager to try their luck, as one of them was armed with a shovel and water shoes.
Got my shovel, got my hat, and my water shoes, and here I am.
She got to work. After moving her pan around, she spotted something at the bottom. Gold was flowing again, and for those willing to search, the rush was on.
Rika, we found gold! Woo!
Jungle mystery. A treasure hunter was digging through soil when his hands pulled out an odd-shaped box. Inside, gold chains, old coins, and a rusted key lay untouched. Locals had long spoken of hidden riches lost during wartime. Some believed robbers buried their loot here, but never returned. Others whispered of a wealthy merchant who vanished, leaving behind his fortune. But the key was different. It didn't shine like the gold. It felt old and important, almost placed there on purpose. If it was meant to open something, then someone wanted it to be found. Crystal treasure. A miner had built a reputation for his mining adventures, and this time was no different. His goal was to uncover massive amethyst crystals, known for their deep purple hues and luxurious appeal. These crystals weren't just beautiful, they were valuable, with prices ranging from $10 to thousands of dollars. He was determined to find the biggest piece. The team discharged through a cliffside using dynamite, and hours of searching finally paid off when they discovered a crystal that looked like a meteor. Its sharp edges and deep color hinted at its worth of around $50,000. It was a find that made the journey worth every effort. Lucky strike.
That's a very, very old nail, and for that far down, it's unbelievable.
2 friends were in the woods with a nugget finder, hoping to find gold. They searched different spots, digging tirelessly, but nothing showed up. Just as they were about to give up, they dug in the right place. Buried beneath the soil was exactly what they were looking for, a nugget of pure gold. Its rich color brought smiles to their faces. Measuring around 400 millimeters, it was a discovery worth the effort. Determined to come back later someday, they covered the entire area with mud and rocks so that no one could know the lucky spot.
They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gold nuggets.
Okay, we'll fill it back in.
Forest discovery. An explorer wandered through the woods with a metal detector, hoping to find treasure like in the movies. He had no idea how things would turn out. For a while, nothing showed up. There was no sign of metal anywhere. But near a tree, his detector finally beeped. Digging down, he uncovered a small pot. Inside, he found a pair of bangles and other items. The shocking part? They were made of pure gold. He had actually discovered real treasure, turning his search into an unforgettable moment. city treasure. A local, inspired by treasure stories, took a metal detector and set out to explore his city. At first, he found nothing, not even tin scraps, but luck was on his side. As he started digging, he hoped for treasure. Not knowing he was about to find exactly that, he spotted a yellow shine beneath the mud. As he dug, he knew what it could be. After clearing the dirt, he uncovered several giant gold rocks and a small statue, also made of gold. His search had turned into a real-life treasure hunt, and he didn't need to work anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Golden surprise. A cleaner used a metal detector to remove buried trash from the sand, keeping the area clean. But this time, when the detector beeped, it signaled something different. As he dug, he uncovered an old piece of metal. But it wasn't just any metal, it was pure gold. Shocked at the sight, he stared at the valuable find, realizing it was worth far more than he ever imagined. He had never come across anything like it before, and it was a discovery he would never forget. Let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. An old gold miner had been struggling to find anything valuable for a long time. His luck just wasn't on his side. After facing disappointment for so long, he decided to return to the place where he first found gold. Heading into the woods, he went straight to the exact spot where he had dug years ago. This time, luck was with him. After washing away the dirt for a while, he finally got his hands on some gold once again. Though it was not worth millions, it was still a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, which he had twice.
Alhamdulillah.